Hi, welcome to CustomerMantra Demo2. My name is Prasad Timaya, and today we will understand how to use the calendar for booking appointments or taking service requests from the customers. Now, this calendar can be used to book an appointment that customers are requesting either by the phone, or if a customer has a mobile app that the customer has downloaded, so customer can actually book an appointment through the mobile app, which will eventually come and land on this screen here. Or customer can also book a appointment through your website. So we'll have a small widget that will be integrated to your website. So customer can basically browse through your website, and if customer decides to book an appointment, customer can just go to the appointment section there, book select the service that the customer wants, select the time slot, and then it eventually lands up here on the screen. So all that your staff needs to do is, once they come in the morning, log into the portal, and they'll see a whole bunch of appointments that are created through different sources. Some of them are actually on the phone, some of them are through mobile apps, some of them are through websites, and some of them are actually walk-ins. Customers who directly walk into your salon and spa and then basically take up some services, provided you have available slots, right? So let's try and understand how to book an appointment or a service request on the software, right? So let me minimize this screen here. Now we understand that from the previous session, that the left hand side you see a list of employees, on the top you see business hours divided into 30-minute time slots. So let us try and book an appointment for 12:30 for a customer, and let me select Maddie here. Right, so I'm gonna book an appointment for a customer who's just walked in against Maddie at 12:30 slot. So I'm gonna click on the slot here. The system prompts me to identify the customer by putting any of these information. So this is a search tool. It's asking you to identify a customer. You could search for a customer using mobile number, email address, phone, or anything of that sort. For now, I'm gonna search with the unique ID. Unique ID is basically assigned to each and every customer by the software. So if a customer walks in for the first time, you just take the customer's phone number, first and last name, and enter that into the system, because you would want to use that data to do a lot of marketing activity, or to be connected to the customer by sending them birthday wishes, or maybe anniversaries or reminders, and so on. Now while that happens, while you're adding the customer's information to the database, the system also assigns a unique ID to a customer, so it's easy for the system to understand which customer this is. So in case if a customer changes a phone number, the next time when a customer comes, you could basically search with the unique ID, and then you could change the phone number, or you could actually search with the phone number itself, and then it pulls up the customer's information, and then you could edit the phone number, but the unique ID remains the same, right? Okay, all right. So now that we've pulled up this information, the customer's name is Usha here, and the customer has visited about 137 times in the past. The last visit was on 28th of January 2015, and customer has paid so much ever since she started coming to us, and these are the pending amounts. So pending amount basically means here in India, sometimes because of the relationship, customer and business relationships, some of the customers are regular visitors, and we know the customers very well. So if the customer is either not carrying wallet, or maybe if the customer says, I'm going to come and pay the next time, we allow that. So if you allow that, it is important for you to not forget that a customer has a pending amount against his or her name. So the next time when a customer comes, when you pull up the customer information, the system prompts you and lets you know that this customer has a pending balance of this much. And if when you're charging the customer for the pending amount, you could just click on this pending icon here. It'll open the previous bill that was generated, which was against which the balance was pending, and then you can collect payment against the previous invoice. Also, we have a membership system in the software, which allows you to have a longer relationship with any customer. For example, let's say a customer comes in, and if you would want the customer to keep coming to you going forward, you would basically offer different types of discounts or promotions that you have running in the system, or in your salon or a spa for that at that particular point of time. Membership is one of them. The membership in our terms is something like, customer comes and pays X amount and becomes a member, and since the customer is a member, because they paid X amount and bought a membership card from you, from now maybe to the next 1 year, customer gets 5, 10, 15, 20% discount, whatever you would want, right? Basically you define the process, or you define the discount percentage. We will have that configured. So from the moment the customer purchases a membership, the next 1 year, whatever time, how many ever times the customer comes, customer can avail any service that they want, and they get a discount of 5, 10, 15, 20% on the total bill value. Similarly, we have a concept called value card. So value card is a very commonly used promotion system across the world right now. Value card is, to give you an example, I pay $10,000 and I make an upfront commitment of by paying $10,000, and in return I would possibly get $13,000 or $15,000 worth services. Now here it's not a membership. I'm not worried about the next 1 year. I may basically come and avail all the services worth 15,000 in the next 1 month itself, right? So I pay $10,000 and you're going to give me service worth $15,000 or $14,000 or $13,000. You could have multiple tiers. You could say platinum value card is about $10,000 and it gives you services worth $15,000. Or you could say gold value card system is about $5,000 and in return you get service worth $7,500, right? So you could have as many tiers as you want. You could have as many plans as you want. We can have it configured in the system, and the best part is that you don't have to remember. The system takes care of it by itself. So the system understands what kind of membership you've sold, what kind of value card you've sold, and the next time the customer comes, the system also prompts you, basically saying that the customer has bought a value card worth 10,000 rupees, out of which the customer has already availed service worth $2,500. So the remaining is about $12,500, right? So it makes it very easy for you to get rid of all the manual files or systems that you maintain, and just depend on the system. The system does everything for you, right? And then we also have a loyalty points. You could choose to basically give customer a loyalty point depending on how much customer spends every time the customer comes. Now you could basically say, for every $10 a customer spends, I'm going to give customer 1 point or maybe 10 points. It's totally up to you, right? You could say for every $100 customer spends, the system automatically accumulates at the rate of 10:1 and then gives customer 10 points for spending $100. Now customer can choose to redeem it as and when they want to redeem it. Now what is 10 points equal to is something that you decide, right? So you could say $100 is equal to 10 points and 10 points is equal to $5. So every time a customer spends $100, customer gets 10 points accumulated, and at a point when customer accumulates about 100 points, and if customer wants to redeem it, customer can redeem it at the rate of 10 points is equal to $5, which means 100 points is equal to $50. So I can get a service worth $50 free of cost, because those are the points that I have accumulated depending on my spending habit, right? So now that we've profiled a customer here, now that we understand everything about a customer, we could basically go and add service for the customer. Now adding service is very simple. Just click on this button which says add service, and then it'll pop up a different window here. This is a list of services that you provide to the customer. So when we sign up with you, we take all the information that is needed for the software to be activated, right? So all these are nothing but your menu card. So I'm going to select one of the services here. I already chose the staff from the calendar screen. I already chose the time slot from the calendar screen, so I don't have to do that here. I just select the service. In case if there are any specific notes, I'm going to add those notes, but in case if there are no notes, I don't really have to worry about it, right? Or let me actually try selecting something else. Okay, all right, so it's a little weird here. So we have not configured the pricing, but that should not be a problem, right? So now that we've selected a service for a customer, you could click save, and the system will take you back to the calendar screen, and this is how an appointment would look. So now it says, against Maddie, we booked an appointment at 12:30 p.m. for a customer called Usha for the service men waxing regular face, right? Now when the customer comes and when customer avails the service, and then eventually you basically bill the customer. And how do you bill the customer? Click on this icon here, and then you have bunch of options here. Now this bunch of options helps you do a lot of things. Number one, it'll help you could actually delete the appointment. Let's say if the customer chooses not to go with the service, or if the customer doesn't turn up, you could delete it and then it'll go back to blank. Or you could basically edit an appointment by clicking this button and choosing different services. Or you could edit customer information if a customer says, I want to change my phone number or name or whatever. And print an appointment is you could print an appointment slip and hand it over to your service staff who actually does the service. But quite honestly, you don't necessarily have to do that because the system already has that information, right? And bill is where it would let you bill the customer. So I'm going to click on bill right now. Great. So usually you don't have to do this, but I'm going to do it right now because we've not configured the price for this particular demo account that we are using. So I'm going to add the price manually, but usually the price comes up automatically. The tax comes up automatically depending on your tax policies. And this is our point of sale screen. Now we've chosen the service, and the price is here, and the total price is about 1000 rupees. This is Indian rupees. And if a customer would like to buy a product from you, or if you sell a product, if you want to upsell something to the customer, you could click on the product tab here, and then from here you could choose any product that you want to sell. The moment you choose the product, it'll also tell you what is the current stock available, right? And the price and everything comes up automatically by itself. So for now I'm going to delete this since we do not have the price configured, but that's pretty much how it is done. And you have a small tab here which says search for discounts. Now when we talk about discounts, there are different types of discounts. Some of them are pure manual discounts. So your friend walks into your salon or a spa, and then you don't want to charge your friend the regular price, so you would want to basically give a discount of 50%. So you could basically give a manual discount. However, manual discount are not acceptable in large spas and salons, or spas and salons which are basically managed by corporates. Right? So in those cases, you cannot give manual discounts, or you would not want to give manual discounts. You could have discounts pre-configured in the system. Now what does that mean? Let's just say, for an argument's sake, you're running a discount offer during the new year, right? So you could have a discount that's configured in the system which says any customer who comes and avails a service and pays a minimum of $50 should get a discount of 15% or 10%, right? So that's an automated discount. So the system understands that the customer's bill value is more than $50, and hence it applies 15% discount. Or you could say any customer who avails facial 3 times consecutively in the last 3 months should get the 4th facial at about 25% discount. Now you don't necessarily have to keep a tab of it. You don't have to maintain a manual record. The system automatically understands that this customer has taken 3 facials in the last 3 months consecutively, hence this is the 4th facial, and hence she is supposed to get 25% discount, right? So when you hit search for discounts, that's what the system does. The system searches automatically if this customer is eligible for any kind of discount. If the customer is eligible for discount, it'll apply discount. If not, it'll basically take you back to the payment screen, right? All right, so from here you could choose the payment type as cash, credit card, debit card, or even points. If a customer has accumulated points which translates to about $1000, they could use points. Or customer can also do part payment. Let's just say, for an argument's sake, customer has points accumulated which is equivalent to $500. So customer can pay $500 by points, and the remaining $500 either by cash, credit card, or anything, right? For now I'm going to use cash here because this customer has not accumulated any points, and I'm going to hit save in calendar. So the moment I hit save in calendar, it'll go back to calendar, and it'll also tell you on the screen that this customer has already been billed. Now what it also does is that it sends an email and it sends a SMS to the customer notifying them that their total bill value is about $1000 and what service that they've taken, right? Thanking the customer for visiting your salon and what the total bill value is. So if you would want to hand over a copy of a printout to the customer, you could hit save and print. This will basically save the information and print a receipt which you can hand over to the customer. right? So I'm going to save in calendar for now, since I'm not going to build or raise a generator printout. This comes back to the calendar screen. Now you see the small dot